All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, women, men, children of all. Now time for the men's. Let me throw the. All right. Make sure everything's good. Seems like it. All right. All right. Same as usual, folks. 20 men. And here we go.
The following contest is the Royal Rumble match. The two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 20 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania.
Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, because of the smaller roster, when it came to the women, both women's champions were able to enter the match, but we will not see Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins inside this contest. Kicking us off with number 1. Now, Veal, I'm sure you have a lot of words to say about Adam Cole.
Well, you know, they say not to be biased, but you know what I'm saying? This brother's going to do exactly what Paige just did. He's going to go 20 minutes strong. He's going to win this thing, though, unlike our PWG Women's Champion Paige. No disrespect, but this man's been due, you know, coming off a Fortune run, a World Heavyweight title run. This man, he's been waiting. He's been waiting patiently. He's been putting on great matches. Coming up short, but tonight, this is when he comes up big and he cashes the big check.
Out of curiosity, I might be reading this wrong, but isn't Adam Cole the most decorated superstar in PWG history?
You know what I mean? He might be. It's probably up there for sure. There've been a lot of great superstars, you know what I'm saying? Seth Rollins, the Untouchable King, AJ Styles, you know, Bailey, Ruby Riott. There's been a lot, but I think he's definitely in the conversation. I couldn't say it at the top of my head, but he has to be up there for sure.
Adam Cole, ladies and gentlemen, quite possibly one of the biggest superstars to ever, pun intended, shock the system. When he first arrived in PWG, he instantly pushed his name into the main event scene. However, no members of the era will be in this match besides him. Ooh. And kicking things off against Drew McIntyre, a man who main evented Grandstand last year.
Yeah, you know, once you hear those bagpipes kick up, you know it's going to be a long night for you. And you better watch the side of your temple, because it might get hit with a rocket kick.
Drew McIntyre came so close, so close. I'm going to tell you one thing when it comes to Drew McIntyre. He is obsessed with success. He's obsessed with proving he's the best, and I would not want to be Adam Cole right now.
I believe
you know, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. You got to battle the kick. You got a super kick versus a rocket kick. Question is, which one's going to be quicker here tonight?
Now, both these men are well-versed, as you said, in big kicks and big knockout blows. But if you're giving a height advantage, you go Drew McIntyre. If you're going sly and cunning, you go Adam Cole. There could not be two more opposite styles clashing to kick us off here tonight.
I mean, Adam Cole's on a small man, but for namesake, it's a little bit of a David versus Goliath here, you know what I mean?
Royal Rumble action kicking off here.
We're kicking things off heavy.
All over it, guys.
Drew McIntyre going for that early elimination on Adam Cole. And can you imagine if Adam Cole was eliminated within a blink of an eye?
That's all right. He's just giving him a false sense of security. You know what I mean? Like he's doing something. That's all. Adam Cole's smart. You know, it's smarts versus strength, S versus S. And, you know, we're going to see which one prevails.
Now there's superstars who get eliminated in shocking fashion. Last year was Aleister Black, if I remember correctly. This year, it was Bayley, who was eliminated within a blink of an eye in the match earlier tonight, but Razor Ramon looks to do just that to Adam Cole. Now Razor Ramon and Adam Cole were in the same grouping when it came to the Genesis Tournament deal. What do you got to say about Razor Ramon?
Absolutely. They got some recent history. Razor Ramon came up on top, you know, the baddest guy. Took the count-out victory tonight. There's going to be no count-outs for him to take, but, you know, the former EVO champion, he's got smarts to him, he's got strength. He's been amazing since he's come to PWG, excuse me.
His debut match winning an EVO championship, if I'm correct, the only man to do that besides himself was Keith Lee. But here comes Kevin Nash, a former Origins Royal Rumble winner, and if I'm correct, the first ever.
I like what I'm seeing here from Kevin
I believe
Nash.
you might be right, and it's also a return match for him. We haven't seen him in a few months, but it's always good to see the Diesel back in PWG.
Now people love them some Diesel, some Big Daddy Cool, but Adam Cole playing spoiled sport here, showing some of his old true colors, going right after Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon.
You know, he doesn't have flannel on, but he's trying to chop the tree down, you know, bring him down to his size.
And here comes Kevin Owens, a man who is synonymous with success as well. Kevin Owens got a 365, ladies and gentlemen, that I recommend, if I remember correctly. And I must say that what happens with Kevin Owens when he steps inside that ring is the momentum shifts and everyone's eyes draw to him. Kevin Owens, a former member of the anti-establishment here with Drew McIntyre. But I'm going to say right now, I don't think there's any love lost between these two.
No, I don't think so. Like you said, current reigning Mr. 365. Dang, he's fine. You know what I'm saying? When he gets in the ring, he makes magic. And tonight he could make some more magic.
And now being joined by a little bit of a happier side of things, Bray Wyatt. I'm not saying a thing, but Adam Cole eliminated as the man.
This is a disgrace.
I got to believe Adam Cole was a little terrified of seeing Bray Wyatt again when he was coming down that ramp.
You know, maybe a little bit. Maybe he got distracted, and that's why they eliminated him, you know. But, I mean, I'm just saying they jumped him. That's all I'm saying, is they jumped the little guy. So, but, you know,
call there.
It's fine. It happens, you know what I'm saying? Adam Cole's a man of the people. You know, he'll bounce back like Big Sean, and we'll have to see what happens.
Now, Bray Wyatt won his first world championship later last year, and he held on to that before losing it to The Undertaker. But tonight he could earn another championship opportunity. Will Drew lose that chance? No, he will
to the
not.
Razor's Edge.
Anti-establishment coming fast and heavy. Former members, John Cena, a member of that alumni, and he was a big-time ally of Drew McIntyre. You know all about anti-establishment. Tell me about John Cena.
Absolutely, John Cena, the longest-reigning EVO champion, part of the anti-establishment. Much like our current faction holders right now, all members of the anti-establishment, well, John Cena was there, had a championship. You know, we just need to see if him and Drew, you know, work together here tonight.
Who changed the game, so to speak, Riddle. Riddle, one of the greatest minor champions we've ever seen in our company's history, and he won the big one shortly thereafter. Will Riddle cap off his success with an Origins Rumble win? He's an odds-on favorite.
Absolutely. You know, both of our minor champions are in the ring right now. You know, maybe giving these guys a preview of what their future could hold.
Very true. United States Intercontinental Champions inside that ring as The Undertaker comes out. No love lost between himself and Bray Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen. Undertaker is quite possibly one of the most intimidating superstars in PWG and going right after Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, you know, this ring's getting a little full, but, you know, there's a lot of no love lost between a lot of these guys. There's some problems with them. John Cena and Kevin Owens just had a match. John Cena and Drew have history. Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, like you mentioned, there's a lot of history going on here. I'm sure Matt Riddle, he's probably, you know, went some clouds, had some problems with some of these people. You know, Drew McIntyre, actually, I mean, there's problems all over the place. 99 problems, but winning this match is definitely one of them for a lot of these guys.
Now, we're seeing a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of big powerhouses here tonight. And I'm surprised. Oh! Kevin Owens eliminated by John Cena. Our United States Intercontinental champions met, and Cena won that endeavor.
Yeah, you know, I believe he came up on the short end of the stick. It might have been last month or 2 months ago now when these two faced off, but he made sure he didn't come up on the shorter side tonight.
And Kevin Nash eliminates Razor Ramon as Undertaker eliminates Bray Wyatt. Two big eliminations there back to back.
Wow, those are two big names definitely getting out of this matchup. But you know, I don't think either of those men have anything disappointed about. They put out there and they left it all on the line, and they did better than Adam Cole. So.
Two very fitting eliminations, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Nash eliminating Razor Ramon, something of friends, and Undertaker eliminating Bray Wyatt, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when it comes to a bit of exhaust, a bit of durability, Drew McIntyre again seems to be trying to go the distance, not to commentary jinx him, but this served Page quite well to go into the final three.
Absolutely, he's coming up on 6 minutes being in this Rumble. Right now, he's about to hit that mark, and now he's officially been in here for 6 minutes.
A huge counter to get away from the Undertaker here, folks, and we're having our next superstar coming out. It's been a bit.
Can he make him pay? Trying for the elimination.
Veal, tell me about this man.
Oh, what a high kick.
Oh, our next pick, you know a lot about him. Maybe you should be the one talking about him. But
oh, that's so.
Yeah, we had an infamous calling with Sheamus, but you know, one half of the former tag team champions, you know, he's definitely a dominant force, and he's been a single star as well in PWG for a little bit. But you know, winning this might be a nice little accolade to add to his resume.
Wow, what a sequence.
I did go crazy for Sheamus, so crazy that after he was eliminated, I was still losing my mind for his return. Member of the Bar and the one representative of the only tag team that will be in this match in the Bar.
Neckbreaker.
Now, Veal, keep
sir.
throwing these facts at me. What's up? What's happening
there? But don't forget, he's got a title match later on tonight. You know, I don't know if you're Keith Lee, you got to think about these type of things, because you know Bobby Lashley, he's been looking pretty dominant since returning. I don't know if I wouldn't want to be in here for that long.
Keith Lee, a big powerhouse, heavy hitter. And now let's talk about what I just didn't get to see until now. The Undertaker eliminates Matt Riddle. Undertaker cleaning house here tonight.
Absolutely. Original Bro. Wasn't his night, but if I know him, he'll come back even harder.
And a man that once referred to himself as PWG's last hope, Johnny Gargano. He has a big task later on in the night. He was not able to get a clean entry into that ring. He's already being jumped on. You think his nickname with the target on his back?
You know, maybe some of these guys took a paycheck from JBL, a man who Johnny's had some problems with in the past, but, you know, Johnny Gargano, he's been an underdog his whole career. Tonight's not going to change. They could jump him, but, you know, he still might end up leaving here, the victor of this Rumble.
And you know who's not going to leave a victor of that Rumble? John Cena. Huge elimination a while ago. Eliminated from this contest, and both champions have been eliminated.
Well, fortunately for them, they don't get a free ride. Someone will be challenging one of them for their championships.
Amazing reflexes on display.
The thing is, Bills, they could lose their championships later on in the night. Now, do you
Very
think any of these superstars were paid off by Requiem maybe to eliminate Johnny Gargano and get an early advantage?
I mean, I don't even think they have to eliminate him. If they just beat him down, like you were saying, that they might get a little paycheck from the Untouchable King, from Reigns, from the Messiah. You know, these guys, they're like guerrilla warfare. You know what I mean? They're mercenaries. They do what they want when they want. I mean, I might get jumped just sitting here on commentary talking bad about them. I mean, if you ask me, PWG's been great since they, you know, basically had a hostile takeover like some Somalian pirates, but, you know, it's been all right. I don't know, but if I'm Johnny Gargano, I'd be a little worried that one of these guys will be trying to knock my block off for sure.
I gotta say, a man that I'm very impressed with going into this one is Drew McIntyre, as well as the returning Randy Orton. Now, the returning Randy Orton is somebody that I feel has not gotten his due in PWG yet.
The Undertaker has been eliminated.
Absolutely, you know, unfortunately, the Undertaker won't get his due tonight, but Randy Orton, he's been a constant figure, but, you know, he made his presence known a week or two ago when he returned. But tonight could be his night, you know. Him and Kevin Nash just had a match earlier on the night. How are these guys feeling?
And where the eliminations are coming fast and heavy, Drew McIntyre and Johnny Gargano eliminated before I could even make the call. What huge monumental eliminations, ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin Nash coming up almost on 9 minutes, but now the men who just faced off earlier on tonight getting some more action on each other.
And Bobby Lashley, the EVO champion, a dominant superstar since coming back to PWG. Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, at one point, Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley had a feud at Grandstand's pre-show where Bobby Lashley was hit by a car. They got to have some problems. Yeah, they might if Bobby Lashley remembers it happening. I don't know if I would remember that, but, you know, the Walking Armageddon has destroyed anything and everything in his path. And I'm honestly surprised we don't see Teddy Long somewhere around the ringside area coaching on his man. Very true, very true. Neil, I know you got a lot to say. You're somebody who likes to be vocal. Tell me about Ricochet. Vocal, I like to talk. Ricochet, you know, he hasn't really been able to find his mark in PWG. Someone like Randy Orton, maybe goes with the guys who have R's in their names. I'm not really sure, but, you know, he's had a couple of championship opportunities, come back a couple times here and there, just like Randy. But, you know, tonight this could be the thing that perfectly propels him to a championship opportunity, maybe being a champion. You never know. Capitalizing on opportunities is what Origin Rumble's all about. Oh, and there's Kevin Nash officially at 10 minutes, not to cut you off. A lot of powerhouses in this one. Ricochet kind of the one. Oh my gosh, I wasn't able to call it. I'm seeing these fans react. Bobby Lashley gone. Yeah, they took out the big man. It's a smart thing to do, but, you know, maybe this was Teddy Long's plan. You know, go out there, think you're trying to win, you know, just to get eliminated, to be fresh for later on tonight. You know, Teddy Long, he plays chess out here. Everyone else is playing checkers, it seems. So you never know what he's up to. The vicious, destructive Pete Dunne on his way to the ring. Well, he's already in the ring, I should say, but Sheamus already having multiple eliminations in this contest, having a star-making performance here tonight. Ricochet was eliminated a little bit earlier. Yeah, poor Ricochet. You know, tonight's not his night, but, you know, it doesn't mean he can't bounce back. Now, Rey Mysterio, I was talking about Zelina Vega earlier tonight. We're talking about Razor Ramon. This is another man who seems to be having a lot of discussions with that group. Do you think that what they're going to plan is going to change PWG? We're going to see a new faction take over, dude. I don't know. The LWO, you already have a scene where they have a pretty hard and concrete foundation with Zelina and Rey. And, you know, let's see what comes in the future. Rey Mysterio's looked really good since returning, picked up some big wins, had some very good contests. But, you know, we'll have to see if he can get a championship shop opportunity in his future if he wins here tonight. Very true, very true. Now, Rey Mysterio and Pete Dunne very much out of their weight class here. And the other member of the bar, I think you need to say something about the tag team aspect of the Royal Rumble deal, the Origins Rumble. What happens when Cesaro and Sheamus might be the final two? Well, you know, as a self-proclaimed tag team specialist, you know, I got to say, mostly you would think in a realistic setting these guys will work together, but these guys are competitors, you know what I mean? If they win tonight, Sheamus might win and go, you know, I'm competitive. Maybe I want to challenge for the IC title. Maybe I want to be a U.S. champion, you know, just like Rollins and Reigns. You know, maybe he wants to add some single gold to his waist, but he might go for the tag team. But don't put it past these guys just from being competitors and wanting a little bit of an iron sharpening iron situation. Maybe they fight each other. I wouldn't put it past them.
I think we're going to see it, gentlemen.
Now, there's a lot of underrated talent inside this ring, folks. A lot of superstars who have yet to break past the glass ceiling. And Kevin Nash trying to earn his second Origins Rumble win.
Looking pretty good. He's been in here for almost over 13 minutes already, but the untouchable king has arrived, and he's coming to collect rent from all these boys.
AJ Styles, the winner of the King of the Ring, and will be taking on Johnny Gargano later tonight to possibly win 2 back-to-back tournaments in the exact same season. Now, what is there to say about AJ Styles? What can be said about AJ Styles? He's done absolutely almost everything there is to do in PWG.
So, I mean, what isn't there you could say about him? He's one of the top dogs we got here. You know what I mean? You can't count him out. And, I mean, this would just add on to the legacy and the career that has been AJ Styles in PWG. I mean, you can't count him out. He's like a cockroach. You can't get rid of him. He's always going to be around.
Well, hopefully he does better than our Queen of the Ring winner earlier in Bayley. AJ Styles already surviving that, going past the number. And here comes The Rock, someone who I'd like to say is one of the most cult-following superstars.
Absolutely, tribal chief. He doesn't play around. He's held a lot of championships in PWG, had a lot of big-time moments, big-time feuds. You know, this would be just the thing he needs to get him back in that championship picture, though.
One of the greatest Intercontinental champions without saying a word. You know, might not be somebody that the fans like during that situation, but now he's talking, and he's talking the talk and walking the walk nowadays.
Well, you know, they say some things just don't need to be spoken, and his dominance is one of those things at the time.
For good measure.
Now you see a lot of superstars inside this ring. You see a lot of names that you have to say. Are you going to go with the speed of Rey Mysterio? Are you going to go with the power of Keith Lee? What is the idea at this point in the matchup, Neil?
Survive. Simply as that. Don't stand near the ropes and survive. You know, if the best thing you could do is be exactly like Rey Mysterio is right now, or Kevin Nash, lay on the corner, lay in the ground. Don't be standing up, because that puts you in position to get eliminated.
Now, these fans here tonight in Japan were unfortunately upset by seeing Io Shirai eliminated in the Women's Royal Rumble, Origins Rumble, earlier tonight. They don't have their own favorite here tonight, but there's a few superstars in this match that have cut their teeth in Japanese wrestling, the Japanese wrestling scene.
Absolutely. You know, AJ Styles being one of them. I'm sure there's a lot of fans tonight supporting Requiem and AJ. But, you know, this is anyone's game, I think. You know, The Rock's a global superstar. They might be supporting him. Keith Lee, Cesaro, they're big names in their own right. Rey Mysterio is one of the biggest stars in the world. So you never know. They could be supporting any of these guys.
The fact of how much these superstars are going back and forth, trading blows, nobody seeming to be able to get an edge.
Straight punch. Really?
Yeah, absolutely. They're all putting on a show. Nobody wants to lose, for sure. Kevin Nash been here 15 minutes. Sheamus 10. Keith Lee coming up on 10. These guys are holding on in their own right.
Now this is an opportunity to make a star of yourself. And now we were unable to catch it.
Oh, they're coming fast and furious.
The Rock and Rey Mysterio eliminated by Kevin Nash